it is my pleasure now to invite Ms. Tiska Chopra. She is a cine star, and she's very kindly consented to talk to us about the views of what and how an ordinary citizen would feel about telemedicine, and what are their views, and how do they feel whether it is helpful or it is not helpful. Tiska, can I hand it over to you now?
So first of all, thank you so much, Dr. Uma Nambiar. It's a pleasure to see you, meet you at this point. Um, I can't see anyone else, but what I want to say to all the wonderful doctors and medical health professionals who are watching me at this time, we as a society, we as people have a huge debt that we owe all of you. It's because of your unselfish and unstinting care and bravery in the face of the pandemic that we are all comfortable and safe in our homes, and not just physically safe, but also feeling mentally very secure and sure that our good doctors from India are there who can take care of us. I was listening to what our wonderful doctor was talking before me, and I got a great sense of what telemedicine is capable of doing. Actually, unconsciously, I have been taking advantage of telemedicine because, when I go on shoots and I'm at work, very often you don't have access to your doctors. And unless it's a very serious ailment, you don't fly someone down to shoot. And touch wood, I've got decent health so far, so I haven't had an issue like that. But on occasion, when there is, they know you very well, your doctors. And I've always called them. I've done sort of Zoom, not Zoom calls like FaceTime or in any other way, access the doctors and spoken to them and told them about how my health is, what I need to do, what I need to. So they'll ask me to do some tests or whatever, which can be done locally. And then they kind of give me the advice that I need. And because they're familiar with the case, they're able to give me correct advice. So I think from a common man's point of view, what I understand of telemedicine, it's now taken the next step, which probably would have taken 4 or 5 years to happen, but has happened in an accelerated way at the time of COVID, is because people were not able to step out and yet they needed care. So I think what I understand is that with the kind of suite that the doctor explained, that a nurse will let you in and all of that will happen, and the place is sanitized and the doctor can see you and actually see you very, very carefully and tell a nurse that this is what needs to be seen, do this, do this, do this, do this. So actually the kind of time that you end up saving and the kind of specificity that you can arrive at something like this is wonderful. And it will, to me, the biggest boon of something like this is that at a fraction of the time, the same doctor will be able to treat many more people. The same person, instead of traveling very far away to meet a certain doctor, somebody who they don't have access to or experts in certain fields, they can access that kind of specialized care. And I think that is just amazing that you're able to do this kind of work with telemedicine. I think it is next step, next level in medical care, and I think it's a boon that sadly COVID has brought to us. But there's a silver lining to every cloud, and I see that this the limited number of doctors that we have over a population as vast as ours, I see the potential of this in smaller towns, in villages where people don't have access, and bringing experts down to the lowest common denominator in terms of the wealth bracket, in terms of accessibility bracket, would would be amazing. And all the amazing healthcare professionals in terms of nurses and other professionals that surround the patient at that time can allow the doctor to see the patient in the way the patient needs to be seen, and they're themselves quite trained and able to provide the patient with that kind of comfort that typically going to a doctor's clinic would do. So I think we're truly and absolutely entering the digital age with telemedicine, and I am so delighted that I've got a chance to voice my common man's point of view to all of you. And thank you so much for having me, Dr. Uma, and the rest of you, the staff at Nanavati Hospital and all the other hospitals across India who are working so hard. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tiska, for sparing your time and telling us the views of the uncommon and the common man. Dr. Agarwal, anything to say?
I think her presence is good enough at this time to, I think, motivate a lot of people in this country to adopt telemedicine. And therefore, I think what she has spoken is absolutely the truth, that when she has kind of narrated as to how she was using telemedicine in the most elementary way when she is at shoot and all that. And now is the time when you are going to experience the next level, which has been kind of showcased by our last speaker. So thank you very much, Tiska. And we do hope that you become the ambassadors of adoption of telemedicine in this country, because you do require a change of mindset of the community. You know, they have to start accepting. Normally it is, no, I have to meet my doctor in person. But now it's a changing time, and the change in the mindset of the community requires people like you to come forward and say that, look, I got telemedicine and I got help. You can also get it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tiska, our new ambassador for telemedicine.
It'd be my pleasure. Be my pleasure. Thank you all, wonderful doctors. We are in your debt, as I said, not just at this time, but always, because of you, we sleep comfortably at night, knowing that we have such wonderful doctors in India. My best wishes to all of you, and please stay safe. And thank you so much.